Hello and welcome to Deadsman's Yarn, and I almost messed that up already. How is everybody?
If you're talking to us, I'm great.
Oh, talking to everybody.
I'm ready to be in isolation again.
So, leaving off from last time, if I just sort out that text, that won't. It's either too large or too small. Trill is currently quarantining himself for a long rest to try and shake off the Bluerot, whereas Kai, Artemia and Cordelia are having a girls' day out to go see the locals, which I'm sure won't go wrong at all.
Just realised our biggest charisma dude is behind.
I am concerned.
So the story's going to go in two different directions, but let's begin with you, Trill.
Oh, God.
So the girls have disembarked the ship, and you've been left to your own devices. Obviously, you've asked Buddy to keep eyes on the gelatinous cube because he keeps sneaking up on you.
Yep.
But you've climbed into your hammock, you've pulled the covers over yourself, you've got your little night hat on, and you're happy to rest and feel refreshed. And as you close your eyes, the door to the cabin's kicked in, and Nathaniel stood there with a big smile upon his face.
Oh, you even kick your own doors.
In his hand, he's got like a little metal cup with like the metal handle. And he's still got the big smile on his face. Like, how you doing, laddie? I heard you got a little bit under the weather. I thought I'd bring you some, well, what passes for tea in these parts. It's probably just bilge water, to be perfectly honest.
That is very kind of you, Nate. I have been told to get my rest and keep off my feet for as long as this thing lasts, but I won't say no to some tea.
All right, lad. He walks over and he stops, looks around, and then kicks over like a little chair, three-legged chair over next to you, and places the tea next to your hammock, and goes, "Well, I'll leave you to get you some rest, lad. You look after yourself. But I think when you're feeling better, you and I should have a wee chat."
You know, one day I was thinking the same thing. Some things have happened of late that I think we do need to discuss, but I don't know if I've completely got my mind to myself right now.
You've got some things on your face as well. It's a little bit of a...
Yeah, I don't want these popping all over you.
You keep that to yourself, lad. Back where I'm from, we keep that stuff to ourselves.
Don't you worry, I'll be sure to be my best self for that conversation.
Well, I'll leave you to it, and we'll speak when you're better.
Yeah. Oh, one thing, Nate. Do you have any spare parchment by any chance?
There'll be some kicking around here somewhere. I'll fetch it for you if you like.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. There's a couple of sheets.
All right. He sort of like gives you like a little nod and a bow, and then heads out the door. As he's heading out the door and he's about to close it behind you, you still see Buddy holding the gelatinous cube up in the air like he did at the end of last session. I want to point out that gelatinous cube has a face, and it is currently locked at Buddy, so they're currently having a stare match.
Nice.
And neither of them have eyelids, so you know.
Amazing.
I give a hearty thank you as the door closes to Buddy.
He doesn't acknowledge you; he's too busy. So a couple of minutes later, Nathaniel sort of opens the door a little bit and puts them in like a quill and a bottle of ink that corked and a few pieces of paper, and like closes the door without really saying anything.
Okay. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm in pain or just tired or what, but I'll slowly make my way over, grab them, and I'll just start scribbling down on the parchment.
Okay.
I'll just keep it to myself for now, unless he wants to initiate.
Well,
Because I'm presuming I do feel crappy.
Oh yeah, you'll be very lethargic currently. He's pretty much just left you to your own devices.
Okay. I will do myself some writing.
So, ladies, are you ready for Ladies' Day?
Heck yeah.
Let's go get our nails done.
I assume you're gonna head through the town toward, because I can move the map onto the island map now. Oh, actually, before we do that, I will show you. So, if you guys can see that yet.
Yes.
You guys in Yar, I have marked on Isle de Morte.
Ooh.
I also, because you roughly know where you're heading, Cape Sovereign's on the map now as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you see
Maybe
that?
you could like put like their titles above them. So I think. Well, that's. Okay, that's.
Are you massively confused?
I think this one's Cape Sovereign.
Correct.
That was Kurtung. That's where we are now.
Okay,
And
okay.
this one's Muerte.
I see. I was expecting to be like more south, but yeah.
What, Isle de Morte?
Yeah, I felt like it was gonna be far, far away.
I'll have to recheck. I'm pretty sure it was like the book that you got in the mansion pretty much roughly showed where it was. Bit onto the island that you're on now.
So we're going to the west of the island. That's where the queen will be, right?
Azamar, or Asmar, which is currently marked on the map. I have moved you on here, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Close, damn you. So Asmar's over here. So, you know it's on the other side of the island, but you don't necessarily know how to get there. You can go the long way around, I suppose. Or you could go ask people in town. Oh, sorry.
That's what I was gonna say. Like maybe if we stop in at that bar that we've been hanging out at, or something, or maybe check in on Val and Burgos at the herbalist or something. See if maybe they know.
Yeah. So actually, there's two things actually that I forgot that I was going to say. So, the pistol that's Artemia got from Kenneth, the golden one, which I said was a magelock pistol. So Kerry Artemia has brought to my attention a rather fancy pistol.
Yes.
I'm going to retcon it. Artemia, Kerry, you may have that. You may have that pistol.
Oh.
That's a pretty cool thing.
But
I didn't.
I'm going to put a stipulation on it because you're not versed with pistols yet, and you're not versed in magic.
Yeah.
When you cast Fireball, you have to center it on a creature.
Oh, so I have to do an attack roll?
Well, yeah, but the wording of Fireball is you choose a space, like a square, an area.
Yeah.
Usually you can position it around. I'm telling you that when you place it, the center of it has to be on a creature.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Because you can do like a little bit of metagaming and like move it around so it doesn't hit any friends, but it hits loads of enemies. Whereas I don't think you're going to be that skilled with it.
Yeah, it's fair. Because, I don't know any magic.
Yeah.
I was also just thinking, like, the mage lock, like, you did say, like, I could maybe get 2 shots off of it, but unless I actually learned spells, I don't think I could use its magic properties.
I was going to do something with that, but I think this is just going to be easier, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I was going to have Kenneth train you in the art of guns. Well, magic guns.
I want Kenneth as a teacher now.
You can have both.
This could be my first pistol, and then he'll be like, "Mom, do you have a magic pistol, eh?"
Yeah, let's go to Toys R Us and get Kerry a very first pistol.
Yay!
The other thing as well, and I don't want to tell you how to play at all, but I just want to check in case you've forgotten something. Just like remind you of something that's going on. This is to everybody. This is to everybody, and it's not to do with pistols. So, Graver, who Kenneth knows, and you have the journal of, the heart of Graver is in Buddy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you haven't mentioned that to Kenneth.
True.
Oh, yeah. I think we should finish stuff with the locals
Yeah.
and then probably bring it up.
I was just bringing it up in case you guys had forgotten or.
Oh no, that was like alarm bells in the brain when we heard that that was his friend.
Fair enough.
I was also just thinking, like, you say it's heart of Graver, right? But he referred to her as a woman, right?
Yes.
But it was a warforged?
It was a mechanical heart that you've placed inside of a warforged.
Okay.
Like Graver probably made that heart.
Oh, fair. I guess yeah.
Like a signature's on it or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cherry. Okay. Cherry. Boom boom stick is Buddy. Buddy is just the boom boom stick. Don't worry about your pistol in the chat. So yeah, are you guys gonna head into town, try and get some info for Asmar?
I think it's here, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were gonna go to Val and stuff, and Burgos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll stay here.
You're like, yay! I will stay in bed.
That's the dream on a Sunday morning, right?
Yeah. I'm having a great time. I'm writing things. I'm having fun.
Are you having some troubles with Roll20 time?
As always, yes. I think I'm there now.
Okay. So heading through town, usually you get to the marketplace. I'll just... you're not there. So I'll plonk Yao there, I will plonk Yao there, and I'll plonk Yao there. The rest of you can hide behind this building. So, as usual, the market's in full swing. It's still early morning, but it's bustling, and it's a lovely sunny day as the market gets flowing and the people are running about their business. I can get words out, I'm good. But you've arrived at the edge of the town near where the apothecary is.
Do we see that they are in the middle of the market, or is that like, are they hidden?
Because you've drawn attention to it, you can see them. They're stood in the middle of the market.
Shall we go over?
Yeah, let's go see how they're doing.
I do love it's like the tokens ever so slightly moving.
One makes like turn-based, you know.
I can't go. He said it's his turn. So as usual, Val is admiring the local cuisine, and Burgos is there with his arms folded, sort of like tapping his foot. He notices that you're approaching, like turns and gives you like a nod.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
Cindered. Yourselves? I heard you came down with something rather nasty.
Well, one of us have.
Yeah, Trill's stuck on the ship still, but we're feeling better.
I see. So where were you to contract such a disease?
We were up at the manor, up north.
The old
We were-
alchemist. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we were. No worries. We were dealing with some smugglers that were in the dungeon in the basement, and they had control over these red undeady men that hit us and made us feel crappy.
As you say that, and Burgos sort of like looks at you, one or two of the townsfolk in the stall sort of like they've got like side eye looks at you as they sort of like edge away. Like, and what drew you to deal with these smugglers? You don't exactly strike me as the pirate hunter type.
Well, we were asked by Andreas, the
What?
what do you call
Muktavish.
it? Yeah, to investigate, and we found smugglers. They had lots of stolen goods.
Oh, such as what?
Oh, things like rum.
Bolts of
Parchment?
silk, I think it was.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Nothing too interesting then. I
no,
would have
no.
thought that an alchemist would have some hidden lore hidden up in that dusty old mansion.
The only thing I found up in the mansion was a lot of weird mosquito bats.
Ah, interesting. What about yourself?
We do have to. Sorry?
What about yourself, Cordelia and Kai? Did you find anything of note?
I think I found a book, but I gave it to Trill, so that's about as much as I found.
Oh, that's more my speed.
I found a big purple rock that we have to go return to the locals.
Oh,
I'm not going to take it out of my bag. I'm trying to be kind of vague because we're in the middle of the market. but-
yeah. Well, I wish you luck with the locals. They're not exactly a friendly bunch, from what I hear.
We've had one encounter with them and didn't go great, so we're trying to smooth things over with this.
As you say that, Val pulls the head back from one of the stalls and goes, Burgos was unconscious for that.
That's actually why we're here. We're hoping if maybe you knew an easy way to get to them, to their town in the west.
Oh, there's a ferryman that'll take you across the Salt Lake. Just head through town and through the forest, and he should be able to take you across to the other side.
Nice.
Brilliant.
One other thing, Burgos. When we were fighting those undeadies, and because we were getting side eyes, I'll kind of like shuffle a little closer so that I don't have to say it quite as loud. When we were fighting those undeadies, we noticed that radiant damage seemed to keep them from coming back up or staying up. Just a thing that might be of interest to you, I guess.
It's if what you're talking about is what I think you're talking about, then it is documented that radiant damage or holy magic works well against them. We tend to burn the bodies afterwards as well. But yet, people keep denying that they even exist.
Do you know their official name?
Red men. And with that, there's a gasp from one or two of the store owners.
Trill is now the NPCs in the background.
Just give him my 2 cents every now and then.
I haven't said anything in a while, so I felt like I should say something.
All right.
Knows
Cool.
now.
There are degrees of these creatures. Be thankful you only run into the lesser of them most of the time.
Where did they originate from? They don't seem quite natural at all. And we were in the last port we were in. The town got attacked by a wave of them.
And the town still stands.
Yes.
Oh, that's fortunate, I guess. We don't exactly know where they come from. They pull themselves from the depths. Some people estimate that they might be Waken that didn't quite make it to shore. But there's no proof to it.
why Waken are considered bad luck?
Usually, Waken turn up and bad things happen. When red men turn up, then they are the bad thing that's happening. But they are curious creatures. I would actually like to examine one up close, but it's not recommended.
Would also not recommend.
Yeah, it was not a fun experience.
Very oozy and naughty.
1 star out of 5.
0
half-
stars out of 5.
Half a star because sometimes they had loot on them.
Oh, actually, I just remember. Kai, Tyne, have you been keeping track of what you've been killing?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Were the sailors human?
Sorry?
Were the sailors human?
Yes, they were.
I meant to ask last session.
The main guy, the guy that puffed dust into our faces, was he a hobgoblin?
No, there were hobgoblins there, but I don't think Kai killed any of them. He was human, I believe. I will check.
Okay.
No, although
I think the pipe guy was just human.
yeah. Although I don't, you guys didn't kill him, did you? Actually,
No, we didn't.
who did kill him?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but which one of you killed him?
Oh.
I don't think.
Trill, wasn't it?
I might have been me with the blast. Because
Yeah.
all I can really remember is that he went. I don't know if he dove into the water or fell into the water and then got chummed.
He fell, I think, into the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think.
he died and fell into it. You know what? It doesn't actually. It says as a humanoid. Doesn't matter.
I guess that's just so you could like make him an elf or a human or a half elf or whatever you wanted, maybe.
Doesn't matter. Kai didn't kill him, so it doesn't really matter. Oh no, we're dropping viewers. How dare they? So, what would you like to do in here?
I guess head to the what was it? The guy who said that the sailor person to take us across the lake?
Yeah.
The ferry.
Ferryman, thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Should we offer for Val and Burgos to come with, or are you guys busy?
Burgos looks to Val and like, I have a task to attend to, so unfortunately I can't assist you today. And
That's all good.
Val
Hopefully-
has
good
to. I have to keep an eye on Val.
Oh, because of the Bluerot.
No, because she's violated people's consent. Isn't that right, Val? And she sort of shrugs away. Val, say it. Val like stiffens up like. I have to respect people's boundaries and not assault them, even though I want to.
You didn't want to assault Kenneth, did you? You just want to check him out?
Apparently, funneling someone's beer without their consent is assault. Or that's what Burgos says anyway.
It is slightly disturbing, not gonna lie.
But he's an undead guy with a cool beard.
Okay. Well, shall we head?
Yeah, let's be off then.
Let's go, ladies.
To the lake.
So Burgos and Val wave you off, and they head off in the opposite directions towards the port. You head to the edge of the town, and there's a path leading by one of the hills. and literally there's like one leading up to the more jungle and up to the lumber camp and all that. And then there's one to the edge of the salt lake. As you approach the salt lake, because the path's pretty well laid out, you get there. Do you know what? There was something I was going to do actually. I'm going to start counting how long it takes you to get places, because obviously Senor Trill is taking a long rest, which is 8 hours.
True.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, in other words, he'll be available in the evening.
it's more for when he has to do the check again.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right.
I actually had a question about that because I was reading my spells,
Yeah.
and for lesser restoration, it says that it doesn't say that there's anything about like rolling for healing the spell. It just says that or healing the disease. It just says that it ends one disease or one condition.
Yes, it does. However, I'm not letting that fly.
Oh.
You let him make a check again. That's what I was letting you do.
Okay.
Because I'm
Alright.
sorry, once again, we're at this point where this is a fantasy, but if the rules are written in a way where it goes, yeah, magic solves everything, we're not having that.
Okay.
But anyway, you reach the edge of the lake, and as Burgos said, there's a little pier, wooden pier with a guy with a little ferry. It's like a wooden boat with a ferry on. He's like typical, how can I put it, bayou man looking guy with like overalls on, big like horrible beard with stains in it, and like one of those caps on, hats with the rim around it. However, also you notice that the lake itself is extremely still. It's not particularly deep, and they're constructing a wooden platform on it currently.
Like
Like
in
a
the middle?
dock or?
Not a dock like you've ever seen. You know what, I'm just gonna...
Is it attached to the land at least?
It's anchored down. I'll put it there. It's anchored down currently as they build it, but they're also building what look like stands on the side of the bank.
Oh, maybe like the beginning of a bridge or something?
No, it looks like the thing for the sporting you're talking about.
Bingo.
Oh.
Can you repeat?
It is
It
the...
looks like
Sorry, go for it, Kai.
it looks like the sporting stadium for this sporting event that you keep talking about.
Oh, I didn't expect that to be on the water.
Have I shown you a map for it?
I think you did, but it looked like a green field.
This one?
Oh.
This one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you see on this. Yeah, you saw on this before.
Maybe you cropped it so we couldn't see it that was on the water.
Don't feel... Well, doesn't matter. Well, they're building it on water because that's where the game originated, on water.
Yeah, it was on ship's decks when it first played it.
Thank you, Trill. Paul.
I remember. I remembers.
I remember. So, yeah. They're currently constructing it there. But the guy is sort of like, he's got like one of those push-off poles, and he's currently leaning against it while on his boat, and he looks asleep.
I guess go up and... Hello!
I'll give him a little poke on the shoulder.
What? What do you want?
Oh, good morning. We're wanting to cross the lake, please.
Oh, Don't you know it's bad to sneak up on an old man like me?
Well, you were asleep. There wasn't much we could do to not sneak up on you.
I guess, lady. That's 15 copper for the passage each.
15 copper.
It's fine.
I'm gonna take that out of my currency. Hand it over.
Yep, sir.
Well, righty, into the boat, ladies. We ain't got all day. Just having a nice dream and everything.
Do you work here all the time? Like, all the hours of the day? Because it's morning. Did you not sleep last night?
I do what when it's needed. Sleeping and both taking people across this lake. I'm guessing you're getting in the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've paid.
Yeah, it's a bit rickety, but it'll do the job. And like I say, the water itself isn't that deep, so there's no threats of you drowning in the water. Let's say you'd actually probably be able to stand in the water and walk across the lake. To be honest. Actually, I just realised, Cordelia, you're
Yeah.
This is your Kai's pretty much the only one that needed the boat.
Well, we're here in solidarity.
It's Girls' Day. You've got to just enjoy the boat ride.
I'm just reminded of that picture of Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman in a lift saying, "When one of you doesn't know how to fly." So yeah, he pushes off and he's rowing along and like, so what brings the three of you out this way? He's suddenly turned into old Greg.
We're heading to see the locals.
Oh, they're a mighty bunch. You brought like some sort of offering for them? They like that sort of thing.
Yeah, we did. Found something that they might want.
Good. Don't want three pretty ladies ending up, how can I put it, the main course.
People keep talking about this midnight walk or midnight feast. What do you know about it? Can you tell us anything?
Now, how does a pretty thing like you know anything about that horrible thing?
Well, we don't. That's why we're asking. We've just heard about it. Heard its name, rather.
Some of the locals do to thieves and adulterers and all the nasty things they don't want to deal with. Quite nasty, to be perfectly honest. They take you out on a moonlit night to the sea, and as the waves crash upon the shores, and he draws his thumb across his neck.
Ooh.
And they send you walking into the surf. Let the water take you away. Best to stay on their good side, ladies.
That's what we hope to do.
The crossing doesn't take too long, but I would say from setting off from the boat where you left Trill, talking to Burgos and Val, heading through the jungle, getting on this boat. It's been about 2.5 hours since you set off now.
Okay.
So
Trill's probably finished writing and is now napping.
So he beaches the boat onto the shore on the other side, and from where you are, and you could see him from the other side of the lake as well, there's a couple of ships that seem to be beached here as well, and they're rotten and start to be taken over by the elements. He jumps off into the water and then pulls the boat a little bit ashore so you can all get off easily.
Just a quick question about those ships. They're like full-sized ships, not like little ferry crossing boats like what Hugh is carrying us across?
No, they are full-size ships.
Huh.
Like
I wonder how they got there.
hopefully you guys can see that now. He like tips his hat to you all, and then like pushes off the boat and leaves you on the shore.
How are you going to get back?
Got a long way around. Or maybe there's some way signaling. So
Well, me and Artemia are fine, but
Kai just stomping across the lake, doing flying birds and water people. So I've done something different. I've prepared a description, and I need to start doing this more, just like give you a bit more of an insight. So, if you will allow me. As you approach the settlement situated upon the shores of the Salt Lake, you pass through meadows of wildfire flowers. A myriad of colours are strewn across the various blooming flowers and berry-bearing bushes. Yellows, reds, oranges and purples. The meadow seems to encircle the settlement, and a sweet scent fills the air. The settlement is made up of dozens of rustic huts of various sizes, all built upon flattened dirt. Each hut is a wooden structure with various cured hides stretched across them, in reds and brown hues. Much like a yurt. Dozens of furs line the outsides of the huts, and a number of carved totems, trinkets, and effigies litter the settlement, made of bone or wood. A number contain what seem to be gemstones. Within the settlement, a number of locals stand observing you, weapons cradled in their arms. Although they don't seem aggressive, they do not look welcoming. A number of townsfolk from I've forgotten the town. Veritas are also here. They look like traders and the like. They also watch you with vested interest. At the heart of the settlement is a larger structure, with several totems erected at its entrance, littered with bones and skulls of various creatures, some looking very bizarre by the entrance. Also by the entrance is a mound of fur that glistens in the sunlight. From within the large structure emerges a figure. He approaches you directly, his skin a muddy brown, with a matching shaggy hair over his ears. Although he displays elven features, he is also something else, something feline. With sharp teeth, bright yellow eyes, he approaches you. A fine velvety fur across his skin. He's a coy smile upon his face as he bows to greet you. He's wearing animal hides across his body, however he's barefoot, and his top exposes his collarbones. He's wearing long-legged short pants past his knees. He has no visible weapons upon his person. Welcome. The seer has foreseen your coming. You may address me as Samson.
Nice to meet you, Samson. Tell me,
Oh.
what are you?
He looks you up and down, and then
You
looks
can
to
probably see why I would ask that, though.
he looks to Cordelia and Kai as well, and then bursts out laughing. And all the ladies and of your people so brash and forward.
It's how we find stuff out.
I am a Kutin. I think it translates to witch hunter in your tongue.
Witch hunter. Ooh. Are there a lot of witches to be hunted here?
His smile widens as he looks at all three of you again. Well, 3 of them have just walked into my town.
I'm gonna just kind of do a little curtsy, even though I'm not wearing a skirt. Just quick little curtsy. And I'm just gonna say, "Hello, I'm Cordelia, and I am not a witch."
He holds his hands up and goes, I mean no offence. The Queen has said no harm to come to you.
Hang on, I need to look
guess
through my
I should
notes
say
for her
my
name.
is Artemia.
Her name is Danse.
I was just about
The
to say.
wind says.
Thank you, Wind.
I have it written down. It's just not immediately in front of me.
But yeah, it is Tanis. So something that you may have forgotten, but the locals don't like Waken. So although he's calling you a witch, but he's literally calling you Waken.
Yeah, I figured that, but Cordelia is not as
Yeah.
smart.
Oh, I'm not smart. Okay. Which is working.
You said a seer had foreseen her coming?
Yes. I think you have something for us, but the Queen will want to see it, not me.
Hey, I guess we should be.
I'll plunk a token on for him. There you go. There's Samson.
Okay.
Ah, why have I just done Control C? There we go.
I guess
Take us
lead
to
the way.
Sorry, who was that saying something there? Was that you, Tyne?
Take us to your leader.
He laughs a little bit again. He turns around, and as he turns around, you notice that he's got a tail. So he starts leading you towards the large structure at the centre of the settlement. Also, Cordelia.
Yes.
Can you do me a nature check as you pass through the berry bushes?
Yes, and while I am rolling that, I had a question. You had mentioned something about gemstones embedded. Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. And I wanted to ask if the gemstones looked similar to the one that I am carrying in my bag.
They are various gemstones, so they're not necessarily the same as yours. They are just precious stones.
Okay.
Also, as you pass through the flowers in the meadows and everything, there are certain yellow flowers that you might want to pick up at some point.
Ooh.
What are they called again? Hibiscus?
Hibiscus, that's it. Yellow hibiscus. For the cure.
All right, I will make a mental note of that.
So he gets to the entrance and he stops and pulls like this leather curtain back to let you inside. Can you all just do me a quick perception check as you get close to the building?
Perception.
So that's a 19 for Kai.
21 for me.
Don't mind me.
Artemia, you're too busy watching his tail swing from side to side.
That tracks, honestly.
No.
Kai and Cordelia, the mound of furs is steadily but slowly moving up and down as if it's breathing.
Oh.
Interesting.
On his back?
No, the mound of furs that was next to the entrance.
Oh, okay.
I got really confused there when you said on its back. I'm like, what?
I thought like the furs he was wearing. I was like, what?
No, there is a mound of furs by the door that shimmer in the sunlight, and it's moving up and down as if it's breathing.
They have a pet bear.
Does it look like it's like a body in there, like a creature, or does it just look like a mound of loose fur? Because they have very different looks to them.
Okay, I'm just gonna. This is gonna take too long for me to try and pass out. It is a large animal,
Okay.
which you have encountered before.
Oh, is it a direwolf?
You haven't met direwolves.
The thunderwolf? The thing that came out of the ocean.
The Thunderwolf, that's space wolves. That
I don't remember.
saber wolves.
Okay. Outputs.
50% right. That's a pass, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's asleep by the entrance, and Samson doesn't seem to be that bothered by it.
I guess just follow him.
Well, he's currently holding the thing open for you to go in.
Oh,
Um,
okay. We ready?
I'm going in.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
It takes a moment for your eyes to reconfigure to the inside because it's darker than outside. In the centre there is a fire pit, which is currently smouldering. There is a number of curved benches, how can I put it? Like a Greek forum. So there's like a bench and then it rises up a little bit and then there's another bench like that so everybody can see over each other down into the centre.
Yeah, like a little, like an amphitheater where it's stone
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a little bit more rustic. It's like it's just wooden and dirt holding this place together. Then there is a throne made of various bones and wood and leather. And sat upon it is Danse, the queen. And next to it is a hunched over old woman who is elf. But she's using a stick to hold herself up currently, and she's got a number of small bird skulls around her neck. Danse she's slumped to one side, propping her head up with her hand and her elbows on like one of the arms of the chair as she stares at you, watches you enter.
Do another little curtsy.
I'll bow as well as I come closer.
Yeah, definitely a bow.
As the leader of this village, I welcome you. But as the queen of my people, why are you here?
We come bearing an item of interest. We wish to present it to you to apologize for our previous actions.
I'll pull the amethyst out and kind of hold it forward. I don't know if she wants me to approach or not, but I'll hold it towards her.
As you do, she drops her arm and sort of like leans forward in a chair. And like her eyes widen a little bit as she looks at it. And a smile creeps onto her lips. Samson, bring it to me. Samson walks up to next to you and holds out both of his hands.
I pass it to him.
He's still got this wicked smile, like a coy smile upon his face, and he sort of like gives you a little nod, and then walks over to the queen and holds it up for her to inspect. All the while, you notice that the old woman is just fixated, like she's on all of you. She's like giving you stares, death stares, essentially.
Fun.
This stone was taken from my people long ago. You have my thanks for returning it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
She
I'll
sort
say we bow again.
she
Sorry.
sort of waves Samson away with it, and he takes it over and hands it over to the old woman, who she sort of struggles to hold it because she's still holding onto a stick as she like starts to inspect it. You notice that as soon as she holds it, it glows a little bit brighter. And then Samson returns to the entrance, standing next to the entrance with his hands folded behind his back. I think this calls for a celebration. Would you care to join us?
I wanted to offer my services for something else, if you would permit it.
Go ahead.
I have a connection to the land, and I noticed while we were journeying across this island that the crops here could fare better. I could, if you grant me access to your fields for a period of about 8 hours, I could enrich the land so that for the next year, your crops will fare much better than I think they would currently. I'm hoping that this intentional act that helps you might also make up for what we did unintentionally that went against your customs, your beliefs, your laws. I'm not sure. I don't think we were aware of what we did, but I'm hoping to help make it right.
As you finish, the old lady hisses, "You mean to use magic upon our food?" And the queen holds up a hand to silence her. "What you offer is just, but my people do not follow magic. Not your magic, anyway. And anyway, you ask for the fields of Veritas. They are no concern of mine."
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for that misunderstanding.
I'm sure they would thank you for it, but my people will have no part in it.
Is there, if you're willing to give information, is there anything you can tell us about this stone? When we retrieved it, it was in the possession of some red men.
Out of character, I just remembered something. Who is carrying the stone you took from Malmec?
That was Burgos, wasn't it?
He ripped it out, but he didn't take it.
I think Artemia is carrying it.
Because I think we had this
I think-
conversation before, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Temi picked it up.
Temmie, is that my nickname?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Only on a Tuesday. Can you confirm or deny this, Artemia?
I am looking through my notes to do so.
Cherry Blossom's throwing shade at you, Trill.
What? I'm not even there.
Yeah, but she says that you've got it.
Oh, I have it.
I can't remember.
Burgos got the ruby out. Bear Princess carried him out. I have no notes about who took it.
No, just smooth Ruby.
Well,
I just wrote down about the polar bear.
Burgos was not in any capacity to take it, so it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Val would not care about it. So we need to... But I distinctly remember somebody taking it. So, you know what? Cherry, don't worry about it. I'm joking. But Cherry, while you're here, do you want to do a poll?
I'd say, like, if it was anyone to take it, it would maybe be Trill.
This is true. I do pick up shiny
Also,
things.
slowly see Artemia picking shiny stuff up.
Cherry is saying that Trill used a cloth. So I'm gonna make an executive decision that Trill has it. I'm only making it.
That's fine.
I'm pinning it down now, just because if it was in this tent right now, it might change things.
I didn't make a note of it, but I will now write it that I have it.
Okay. I will at some point go back and check the video. Yeah, somebody else. Sammy said Trill has it, so we'll go with that. What they're saying. We'll go with what they're saying now, but that's fine. I'm just saying, like, if it was in this tent right now, it would have changed things. So you asked what the crystal was, didn't you?
Yes, I mentioned that when we were fighting the smugglers for it. Not only did one of them have a smaller version, throwing it into the ocean and summoning a red man, but there was the red man that actually had it in his possession, right?
Yes. It had been like being embedded into him.
Yeah.
The old lady looks to Tanis, and Tanis sort of like nods. And the old lady lifts up the crystal. This is the heart of a primordial. We tore it from the creature and we hold it so he may never return. As for the connection to the red men, as you call them, I do not know, but this amplifies magic, old magic.
Is that the only thing it does?
She sort of like raises an eyebrow at you, like, what do you want it to do?
I don't know. I just feel like the creatures were, I guess, attracted to it.
So I'm gonna out of character. The smaller shard resonated with a bigger shard, so when he threw it into the water, it attracted it.
Damn it! Yeah. You remember saying that it kind of resonated.
Yeah. So literally all it was is the smaller shard was interacting with a bigger shard, and the bigger shard was embedded into that creature. So it literally just called that creature from the depths. That's pretty much all it did.
Okay.
But yeah, this thing, as she said, is the heart of a primordial. And these guys don't like the primordials. So literally...
So you're protecting the crystal so the primordials don't come back, I assume.
Tanis scoffs. That was what we originally did, but I fear times are changing, and you may have had a hand in that.
Oh no.
Breaking the seal upon Malmek's tomb has caused problems. And I hear talk of murders.
Do you think it has summoned something?
More awoken.
What can you tell us about the primordials? You clearly know far more about them than we do. What?
Oh, I hate doing this.
Where
Get the projector out. We'll do the PowerPoint.
Crash course.
It's like that thing like in a museum, like for tourists,
Yeah,
when it's like
just-
a little picture show of
Samson
Like a
walks over and
history of
hands you a pamphlet.
Primordial cliff notes.
Long ago, when the gods made this world, they each took their blood and mixed it with the mud, the dirt, the rivers, the water, and gave birth to the primordials, who were meant to be their stewards, their guardians. But they were betrayed, and a war broke out between our ancestors and the primordials. And now, generations later, we still fight, we still stand vigil over the dead, and the cursed, and the lost. Any questions?
How many primordials? Do we know that number already? Was it 13? I
There
don't
are
remember how many symbols were on the
there were
tablet.
13 symbols, but there are more than 13 because when the primordials revolted and trying to fight the gods, a number of them became renegade and a number of them stayed on the god's side. So I think there's 13 renegades.
Okay. What can we do to help with this fight against these cursed primordials?
don't go opening any more tombs. That might be a good start. If we say something is taboo. Sorry, Artemia, what was it?
No touchy.
Swiper, no
touchy
swipey.
I see.
All we ask is that you don't awaken anymore, or you do not aid them if they come to you. No primordial should walk this earth anymore.
We'll do our best.
Now, how about that feast?
We should get going. Very nice of you to invite us, but we couldn't impose like that.
I was about to say any input there, Kai.
Kai, it's a feast, but not for us. Potentially not for us.
In Melaresha, feast is you. A wicked smile stretches across Tanis's face. He's like, I'm sure we will meet again.
Hopefully under better circumstances.
She sort of like waves her hand for you to leave.
Before we go, just one quick question. One of our number became ill when we all became ill, but we've all been cured except for one of our number who is still under the weather when those red men attacked us. I noticed that there were some flowers that might be of help in the cure. Would it be permissible for me to take some so that I can prepare some more of the cure for this disease?
Tanis stands up from her chair like a throne and holds her arms out. Nature provides and nature heals. Take what you need, but only what you need.
Thank you.
And she gives you like a little bow again.
Oh, well, Kirsty.
Yeah. Are you all going to awkwardly stand there, or?
Well, I mean, if we're leaving, I'll bow again and go out the tent.
Kai, what about you?
Yeah, follow suit.
I just wanted you to stand there
Yep.
waving at her.
Yeah.
This will never end. Sorry, Cordelia, were you going to say something?
Oh no, I just said I'll follow suit.
Okay.
Follow out as well.
Samson holds the curtain open for you, and he steps outside to like let you through.
Thank you.
As you are leaving, the mound of fur, the saber wolf, is now on its back with its feet in the air.
Forbidden belly rub.
I was gonna say, do we all just like immediately react by like wanting to belly rub it?
Doot the snoot.
Give some scritches.
It's a dangerous exchange.
Kai, what do you think?
She's muted. Possibly Discord issues for Kai?
Yeah, maybe. Valkyrie and I just call it Artemia and Cordelia. Sorry. What would you like to do now?
Well, we've given them the amethyst.
As they said, the fields are not their responsibility, but it is the town's. So you could go and offer the help to the town.
We could ask
Yeah,
for
I think
forge because you're doing your magic to help them. Maybe they could even maybe if you offered to do that for the field. I mean, it's a year-long effect. Maybe they wouldn't mind repairing our ship for free.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to belly rub this guy, though.
Do it.
Can I look at Samson? I'm assuming he's still near us.
Yeah, he's still
Still
stood by
standing
there.
there?
He's got a smile upon his face.
I'll turn to him and just be like, does it like belly rubs?
I think as much as the next dog. Do not worry, he is fairly friendly. He is a pet of the Queen's. Or should I say companion of the Queen.
I would like to try and belly rub him.
I don't know why my voice has changed. I have suddenly gone... he should have a hiss to it. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it. You can just belly rub him.
I'm so happy. I'm belly rubbing him.
Do I still have the picture of the...
Kind seems to be uncomfortable at the moment.
Sorry, what was that?
Kai she said in the Discord that she seems to be just experiencing some pain at the moment. So she's not
Oh,
talking.
right.
If you feel better, time.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I
Belly
was about to
rubs.
say another game. I pet a dog. I got a nat 20 for animal handling, and then I was like, I won the game. I gave the best pats.
Let's not get into animal handling because I have dark memories of getting a nat 20 on animal handling a wolf, and the DM went, "Yeah, it bites you." I'm like, "No, that's not a nat 20." Although, yeah.
That's kind of that was just a rude DM. Not gonna lie.
Oh, he's a good guy. He's just a bit too stringent on the rules. Although he did let me make a flesh puppet of a goblin's face, so I can't really argue with that.
Oh my days.
Very first goblin we came across, I'm like, I want to detach the goblin's face and make it into a hand puppet. And he's like, if you roll a nat 20, you can do it. Like, okay, nat 20. And then he spent the rest of the campaign trying to get rid of that flesh puppet because I kept choke slamming people with it.
Oof.
What were you?
A blood hunter.
I guess that kind of
Nice.
makes sense.
It was actually Bale in a different universe.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so yeah, you struck the dog. I assume you've all done that. I know Kai likes dogs and Tyne likes dogs, so I'm sure you've all done it. And the dog is just sort of like feet up in the air, blinking its 6 eyes as you do it. Because I think you've forgotten that those things have 6 eyes.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Can you tell us this now?
I'm sure I showed her the art for him.
Maybe I did not notice
Yeah.
6 eyes though.
But it lays there. Now and again, it's like leg twitches, like it's about to start kicking, like running. Like
That was my goal. I was not focused on the eyes. I was focused on making him kick, get the good spot.
Do any of you want to do a nature check?
Sure.
Can I do one in my sleep while I dream?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Cool.
20.
Kai and Artemia, are you going to do one or?
Yes.
Trill.
I got a 2.
No, sir, you have a nat 1 right there.
No.
I think Tyne's probably experiencing some pain. So, oh wait, no, there we go. Thank you, Tyne. So Cordelia and Artemia. This is a big boy, but he's a very young dog.
Oh.
He's a puppy.
compared to the other ones that you've encountered, although there is like a shimmer on his fur, it hasn't started to crystallize like the other ones. So he's a very young dog. Wolf thing.
Pupper.
I'm just gonna praise the size of his paws.
Oh my god, is it like, you know, when a puppy still, like, their legs have elongated, but their body and their paws aren't big enough? No,
Yeah,
their
that's what I'm
paws are too
thinking.
big. So you got massive paws compared to his actual body size.
Puppy has so much love for you already, it has to be stored in the paws.
Oh,
I want to point out that these things' paws are the size of dinner plates as it is. These things are very large.
So cute. I'm so happy that there's a saber wolf puppy that we got to pet.
Killing machine.
That's his name now, isn't it? Killing Machine.
He was a good little killing machine.
So yeah, what would you like to do now, ladies?
I guess we should start.
Should we tell Andreas to make sure we get off the naughty list?
Yeah, and maybe he would also be able to tell us if helping the fields would be of interest as well.
Yeah, he does seem to be your contact in town, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
at least for a favor, such as maybe fixing up the ship. Then we don't have to worry about getting all that money.
Mm-hmm.
So heading back to town?
Yeah, and on our way past all the yellow flowers, I would like to pick some.
Sure. I'll make you roll for that as well, because you're adept with... Well, I say you're adept. You're a druid. That doesn't know nature very well. But you collect enough flowers. You get about, let's say, 10 of the flower pods.
10 flower pots. I shall put that in my inventory.
As you leave, a number of the people, the locals, they're still holding their weapons, but they're not paying you as much attention as they did when you first entered. The traders are back to bartering with them as well. So they were curious when you turned up, but it's just normal life again now.
Okay.
But
I guess head out.
I will leave that map there because we may come back here at some point. There. So, back to the shore.
Yeah, I guess. See if there's a way back across for Kai, or unless she wants to rage stomp through.
As you approach the shore, there's a number of kids and everything running through the meadows, like elven kids, and there's one of the warriors stood at the shore, and he's watching you approach. He sort of nods to you and goes, "My queen has asked that I signal the boat for you."
Thank you. That is very kind.
He turns and cups his hands around his mouth, and all you hear is just a very loud pitched shriek. And a little bit of time passes, and you see the old man setting across the water, and he's approaching the other side of the shore. So, I've seen the map.
Before the boat gets here, and before that warrior leaves,
Yep.
Artemia will walk up to him and say, "That's a very impressive screech for someone with your vocal cords. Allow me."
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to do an owl screech. That I hope will rival his own.
Screech contest.
He puts he cups his hands in his face in his hand, and he's like, "That is very impressive. If you are a lady of my tribe, I would take you as my wife."
Oh. I feel like Artemia is like, wow. No one's offered me such a, I guess, literally a relationship because of my coal. Then again, I am an owl.
I
That
was
is
just about to say.
You see, in my culture,
Or do your people do the peacocking? Do you like get the wings out and like dance around?
no, I'd say like it's the males in our culture that have to have a nice calling voice.
Perhaps if you prove yourself in combat, you and I may still be husband and wife.
Oh.
And they called you forward.
I know.
Can I do like a perception check or something? Like, is Artemia blushing or anything?
I will let you do that.
What? I'm gonna roll perception.
Although it would be impressive for you to tell through feathers.
Can I
14.
do a counter thingy of deception?
Yes.
I feel like Artemia would be blushing over something like this.
I won.
So she's not blushing, but she's sort of turning her head
Being
away.
ruffled?
Yes, getting ruffled and turning her head away, and like every now and again, just like looking back.
I am a foreign lady. I don't understand. This is too forward.
I'm sorry, I don't speak common.
Is this some kind of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand? I was going to say something there, but I won't because it is crude and out of place, so I won't say it.
Okay.
But as you're having this conversation, as the streaks are going on, the guy sort of pulls up with a boat. He's like, "You didn't have to do it twice. I heard you the first time."
Yeah. See you next time. And I'll just like do the owl run to the boat, where you can actually see the legs. running to the boat and like nestling down, but like looking away.
The warrior stops Cordelia and Kai as you go past, and like, "What is her name?"
Her name is Artemia. What is your name?
"It is Bolo."
Bolo. I'll talk you up to her.
He's like sort of like flexes with his weapon in hand, like, "There is no talking needed. I am a prime specimen of my kind."
This is true. I will remind her in case she forgets.
You do me a service.
What is happening?
We're gonna
You're
set
getting
Artemia
married.
up with this guy.
Is this guy like a witch hunter? Like, is he slightly feline? I feel like it would be so weird for a bird person and a cat person to get together.
No, he's just an elf.
Okay. I mean, but still.
Cherry has just pointed out it would be a peace offering and a half.
It would be.
Oh god.
So you get onto the boat and the guy pushes off, and as you do,
I'm actually gonna swim across because I feel like it.
okay.
Just flexing on us.
Yeah, just because I just feel like swimming. I've already gotten wet once today when I jumped in the water after Kenneth, so might as well.
So as you head off and to the other side of the island, to the other side of the lake, we're gonna cut quickly back to the inside of the tent with the Queen, who is stood next to the old lady who is still examining the crystal, and the old lady Samson's there as well. Sorry, and the old lady. We should have killed them and be done with it. Yeah, it is not the time. I don't know what I'm doing with these bloody language voices now. It is not the time. They came as guests and they leave as guests. But we have what we want from them. Why do we not just end it now that they've left the village? Samson could have done it. It is his job. They still have something to do. Leave them be for now. But Samson, you will be ready. And Samson gives you a little nod. Back to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Everybody hates us.
We did one thing wrong.
We didn't even know it. And technically it wasn't even us who touched the
We
part.
didn't do anything wrong. We got shipwrecked. Like, that's not even our fault. Like, it just happened.
Some
And it went
stupid
like-
captain 2 weeks ago crashed the ship and now we're suffering for it.
Yeah.
God's sake.
Well, you guys haven't done anything wrong, but the locals have a deep-seated prejudice to anybody who is Waken. So you guys haven't done anything wrong, but yeah, they don't particularly like you guys. Not. I'm pulling on strings here, and I'm going to stop actually. So
We'll make them like us.
Yeah. Starting with setting Artemia up with Bolo.
Exactly.
I thought you were going to say set Bolo on fire there, and like.
Connections through marriage.
Oh my god, yeah, what are they gonna do? Poor Bolo is gonna get his heart broken not knowing I'm Waken. And then it's gonna be a fucking Romeo and Juliet story.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Let's follow this thread.
yeah.
Stop giving me ideas. But
Guys, please, Timmy
It's
doesn't know
fantasy
how to
Pride and
handle
Prejudice.
I like the idea of like every local that we come across, if they hear Artemia Screech, just like instantly fall in love with her.
or something
that.
else.
Secretly have the screech of a succubus or something, like everyone
I
falls
find
in love when
I-
they hear it.
I find your screech very alluring.
And that is what it is for.
Well, this is going to be an interesting episode title. I just feel
We
like.
should make them a couple name.
Do you know what? Actually, I want every island that you go to, just some random.
No, we shouldn't.
Every island you go to, some randomer's just going to propose to Artemia.
We could call that
Yes,
couple named Botemia.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I thought bulimia.
Oh, that's another good one.
Well, elves are pretty skinny, aren't they?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
What would the babies look like?
Fucked. That's
Full
what they
feathers
would
instead of hair.
They'd look fucked. Okay, so
They could have like you could have like this beautiful mane of feathers for your hair, and then like talons where your fingernails would be and stuff. Like it could be cool. It could be cool, yo.
Or it could be like a hag raven in Skyrim.
I was thinking
oh
harpies.
my god, the hag raven. Oh no.
Oh, harpies from bloody Witcher. Ugh.
What if
Yeah.
it was just like literally an angel, so it looked like an elf, but he had bird wings?
That's the best case scenario.
That would be the
is
best case.
scenario. Yeah. Or like there's like a few birdmen, like even either birdmen from Wind Waker
Oh,
or
you mean Harvey Birdman?
from like Fire Emblem.
Yeah, all from Rick and Morty.
Bird person.
Bird person.
Bird person does not agree with this coupling. But I want some bird penis. Don't be gross, Tammy.
Gross.
Um,
Oh my god.
so, moving on. Oh god, I'm going to introduce a character called Tammy, and she's just going to be completely weird and gross all the time, just so you can go, don't be gross, Tammy. Do you know what? I'm actually going to make a reference of Bolo, just so I don't forget about him.
Yeah, I've totally made a note that we have to set him up with Artemia.
Yeah, I put Bolo and Artemia in a heart with an arrow through it.
Tyne, you know what you need to do now. Thumbnails. So you head across, and would you like to do like a little bit of a perception check on the stage, as well, the pitch, as you go past, to see how close they are to completing it?
Sure. I will roll that. 19.
Damn, your perception's modifier's high.
Yeah.
Cherry Blossom, this is hilarious.
Plus 3 proficiency, plus 4 for wisdom.
Nice. If you want a serious D&D campaign, please go watch Critical Role. But if you want a fun campaign, we got you covered with bird penises and stuff. And Bone Daddy. Anybody else doing a check? Have you done one, Artemia?
Artemia is too ruffled
Okay.
to to care.
I think Tyne's still
This is turning into an actual girls' day where we're just gossiping about Bolo and
about boys. So Cordelia, you notice that they're very close to finishing the pitch.
okay.
You reach the dock. He pulls alongside and lets you off, and he sort of like looks to you with like puppy dog eyes, essentially. This is the ferry guy.
Well, I swam across. That's why I
Does he
didn't.
want-
I
does he want a tip or what?
It might be a good show.
I'll give him a silver piece.
Thank you kindly. You all have a nice day now.
You too.
So you all set off towards the town again?
Yeah. And while we're going, I'm just gonna say to Artemia, you know, you should have flown across and really shown off to Bolo.
I'll do like a quick head swivel and I'll be like,
In the distance with longing eyes is Bolo. What do your owl eyes see? Bolo.
just Bolo. They are zoomed in.
The pupils have turned heart-shaped.
Is that bells I hear in the distance?
Oh God, guys.
sorry.
You know what? I saved a lot of owl gifts for like this campaign, and yet there's not one that can really demonstrate how Artemia is looking in this instance, because I never thought it would happen.
Didn't know you'd find love.
To be fair, I tried to get Trill and you together, so you know.
The best I could do is an
Alright.
owl ruffling their feathers,
Which is
mostly in protest.
mostly in protest. The heart wants what the heart wants. Getting off the pier, there is a trail leading up to the lumber camp, or there is a trail leading back to the town. Where would you like to go?
Well, we've always been encountering Andreas like in town or just outside it, so I guess maybe that direction.
Yep.
Harbor, maybe you'd be hanging around the harbor.
Do you want to head straight for the harbour?
Sure, with an eye out in case we see him on the way or something.
Yep. Get out of here, Trill, you're not here.
Poor Trill.
I know. I'm just napping. And dreaming of natural ones, apparently.
I'm trying to think. Did I ever give him a token?
Did.
Well, if I plunk.
No, you did when we came out the ruins.
Can't remember what token I gave him. Like, let's see. Premium assets. Dwarf. Where's the dwarf? I'm really disappointed that what's he called? Andreas hasn't actually appeared in the chat just to go. Why am I here? Why am I doing this?
He doesn't want to see himself on the big screen.
don't want an angry looking one. I just want one. There you go. He's angry enough. Okay, so you make your way through town. Why am I Welsh? Yeah, that would be what he's asking. Why am I Welsh? You don't spot him on the way to the port, but as you get to the port, obviously it's the port where the Cherry Blossom is currently anchored and tied up. And up the north of the coast is the McTavish area. And you're currently like in the common bit. Have I moved?
I guess head towards the McTavish area.
Along the docks, I guess.
Yeah. Would you like to move your tokens, or shall I?
Sorry, you said it was like up this area, or
Sorry, I couldn't see that.
which area is it?
Right. This is northward. This is south.
All right, let's go north, ladies. Ugh.
Is Tyne still with us?
Don't know.
I've just moved his counter for her. As you are entering into the area, the dock, which is busy currently, there's lots of people moving carts and stuff around. The sea's a bit rough today, but it's still a lovely day. Out the corner of your eye, you can see Burgos and Val on the docks as well. But you've gone the opposite way from them. Just stating that they're there currently. At the top end of the docks, leading into the north area, there is a number of McTavish guards, and Andreas stood like giving them a talking to. I'll put a number of them on, just so we know.
Should we like politely, like awkwardly but politely stand to the side while we wait for them to stop talking?
Sure. And just kind of see if we can eavesdrop a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I'll say there's three of them there. Paul, can you pilot me word-wise? Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, Tyne's feeling a bit bad, but she is still here in spirit.
Paul gets to talk.
Yeah. I won't do a voice or anything.
It'll be practice for Tuesday night because you're playing a half-orc.
Yeah.
So he's currently giving these three addressing down. You hear bits and pieces of what he's going on about security on the docks, and that he wants extra men, and that there's goods to be recovered from the mansion at the north, which you'd informed about anyway, so it's nothing new to you. He gives them one last like snapping remark, and then sends them off, and they go scuttling away, and he's left there a bit red-faced, but he's wiping some sweat from his brow.
All right, let's approach. Look at Andreas. Oh, sorry.
Okay. We were up early. Well, you were up pretty early because you were up on deck first, weren't you?
All right, here we go.
Really-
Let's see if I can mess up this accent again. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, this isn't pretty Welsh. Oh, there we go, that's Welsh. I don't know what you're talking about, lass.
Oh, I was talking to Artemia. She yawned. Hello! How are you doing today?
Wait,
Hello.
I'm really confused now because Artemia did see him on the deck early this morning.
Yeah, she had yawned, so I had said to her, I was just mentioning that like she was up first, so maybe that's why she's tired.
No,
That's
no,
all.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, he was the first. Him and Nathaniel were on the deck first thing in the morning.
That's
But it's
what.
not a big surprise now that 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 they are the contact. Well, Andreas is the contact that Nate was talking about.
Business partners, apparently.
Something like that. What brings you to me then?
Well, we have done what you told us to do. We gave the locals the amethyst.
He sort of like squints his eyes at you and like looks you up and down like, do me a favor, just do a little twirl for me.
Okay. I twirl.
So no stab wounds.
No.
Well, you get out of the local village better than most people do. They're a cantankerous lot. Have me put.
Yeah, but we saw traders from Veritas there as well.
Although they'll work with us, they're not too happy about us being on their land, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we did get that sense. They didn't like the idea of enriching the lands with magic, but said that you might be more, or the town might be more amenable to that.
Aye, the locals might thank you for it.
We're hoping you could get us a favor, because you know that we need our ship fixed, and we're wondering that if we help the community, we could get maybe the repairs for free, considering the effects of Cordelia's magic would be basically an
It would be
effect
for a
all
year for
year.
sure.
He folds his arms and looks at you like, I am the first one to admit that the crops here aren't doing too well, but they're not. It's not famine or anything. I'm sure they'll thank you for it, but asking somebody to do their trade for free is a bit of a stretch.
Or like a
What
discount,
would it-
maybe?
That's more believable or more doable, shall I say?
I mean, if you think about it, though, you're not in a famine, yes, but the amount of produce that will be sold will probably make up maybe even 10 times the cost of what our ship repair would be.
Look, what did you get quoted for the repair costs of your ship?
What did we get quoted for the repair costs?
I think it was 2,000.
5,000.
Was it 5,000? Was it?
I think.
How much? I think it's 500 gold.
No, it was definitely in the thousands.
I'm just going back through my notes.
It has been a while now.
Yeah.
Before the manor, it was like years ago.
Yeah, 5,000.
The manner that took.
5,000 gold.
Oof.
Yeah.
Look, I'll speak to the locals. I can maybe get it down to about 2,000.
That would help.
It's very helpful. I don't know how Kai would talk.
Numbers are good.
Exactly. That seems like less numbers than before.
Leave it with me. You'll see. You'll get to doing what you want to do, and then I'll have a word with some of the locals.
It takes about 8 hours to do this spell. I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't have confirmation that it would be a good deal for them on their end before we get started. I just don't want to have to do this and then not be able to have anything help-wise in terms of the ship.
That's fair enough, but I do remind you that you came to me with this idea.
Cordelia got started and he got confirmation from the locals. Because even if you do it for, was it like a 10-minute ritual? Or well, what's the shorter effect do?
The shorter effect doesn't do too much. Hang on, let me just pull open the spell. Plant growth. So, for just a one action, it gives all plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. It basically just makes it like super difficult terrain.
Right.
So you could maybe give one field a boost.
It wouldn't even be one field,
True.
and it wouldn't make it the plants like produce any more fruit. It just makes it like difficult to move through.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I don't think it's necessarily growing the plants there, it's just growing extra roots and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, like extra roots, extra like maybe like the useless parts of the plants or something like that.
Well, you were planning on doing it anyway, so either we get a deal on the ship or the people just like us more.
That's true.
See, the only problem that I can foresee is that if the locals find out what you've done, they won't trade for our grain anymore, because they're, how can I put it? What's the word?
Anti-magic?
No, superstitious.
Well, when we spoke to the queen, what she said was that the locals of the town would thank us. She didn't say anything about whether or not they would trade.
Locals of the town or the indigenous people.
Locals of the town would thank us.
So out of context or out of DM or whatever. If you do this, the locals will probably thank you for it, but they do trade their grain, their crops, to the indigenous people, and if the indigenous people found out about you magically enhancing the crops, they might not be on board with it.
Yeah, but the queen basically knows it then. Why would she suggest it?
Because it's probably because you asked if it would help the locals. Like, she stated that it would help the local people, which it will help the local people. But if the local people then try and sell it to the indigenous people will probably not take it.
Well, hang on, let me look at this spell again. It's a half-mile radius, so depending on how big the fields are, I could do it in like part of the fields and only hit some of them so that the locals of the town still benefit, but there's still some fields that would be more agreeable to the locals, or to the indigenous rather.
You have the
Best
bio,
of both worlds.
the non-bio food.
So I want to try and put it in a context that, how can I put it? If you grew a field of genetically modified plants next to a field of normal plants, but then grinded them up in the same mill, how are you to turn around and go, yeah, this isn't magically enhanced? Do you see what I'm saying? The thing is, alright, you could suggest that they could export it off island.
Well, that too. So if half of it is like normal, they can use that half to trade with the indigenous people, and the other half to trade with foreigners or trading ships.
Okay.
So am I doing this then, or am I not bothering?
It's up to you, I think.
No, I would do it because, like I said, if it's not going to take up all the fields, so there'll still be fields that they can sell to the locals or the indigenous people if they want to, and the other fields will just have to be. It'll be like a basically a harvest that will be kept separate, and they can sell it to foreigners.
And surely the locals would have their own way of like grinding up the grains and everything like that as well, because it sounds like they don't really want to be too reliant on the town. So
I say go for it.
Yeah, do it.
okay. All right. So maybe Andreas, could you maybe introduce us to somebody who would know a good area that's maybe not immediately next to another area, so that we can, like, if there's separation between the fields as well, then maybe I can focus on just one set of fields.
Well, lass, you can go north and inspect the fields yourself. There's quite clear markings between them. A fair few stone walls, I believe.
Okay.
There should be somebody up there as well if you need extra help.
All right. I guess should we head up there then?
Yeah. let's go.
Okay.
This has turned into a farming game now. Should we go say hi to Val and Burgos first, or should we check on Trill, or should we like just head up? Because this is gonna take me 8 hours. It's gonna be me sitting in a field thinking about plants.
Well, Trill will still be knocked out.
Yeah, and
I guess it's really like we go off, leave you there, Cordelia, and then
but
I guess.
I wouldn't leave Cordelia there by herself, because I think when she's doing this spell, she's pretty much in a trance.
Okay, yeah, she needs bodyguards. That's fair.
I would stay with her. I would stay with her.
Hey!
Kai!
She's alive. We should bring like little picnic or something, or something
Have a picnic.
to do.
Find a spot with hopefully some shade. Maybe there's a tree on the edge of a field or something.
You think I could do some shooting practice? Oh, maybe that wouldn't be such a good idea. Such a loud noise next to someone trying to be in a trance.
Well, I'm guessing Tyne, you've heard everything that's been going on.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I've been here the entire time.
Okay. So, heading up into the fields, as Andreas stated, there's like fences and then there's stone walls around the fields, and literally it's pretty much divided down the centre. So if you head off to the side a little bit and sit in one of the fields, you'd probably get majority of that area, and then the other area itself would be left as it is.
Perfect. Yeah, I kind of want to like situate myself so that there's like so that it hopefully doesn't like hit the other field type thing. So I don't know if that would be like to one far end or like in the center of it or something like that, but like I'm trying to keep one area not GMO'd.
Yeah, no, you should be able to do that.
Okay.
So
I
sitting down to do
I
that.
will find a good spot. I will plop myself down and I will start thinking about plants for the next 8 hours. I'm going to use the spell slot.
Cool. Artemia and Kai, unfortunately, you're stuck. Not babysitting, but watching over Cordelia while she does this.
You know how to play like card games? It's like sit down with like 2 wooden chairs and a table, and we're just like playing card games.
It's the middle of a field, so you might struggle to find a table and chairs, but
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah,
That is where you have made a fatal mistake. I am the best at shooting.
Oh dear.
As you say that, Nathaniel sneezes on the ship.
Oh, pish posh.
Plus
Nathaniel.
10 to hit. Plus 10 to hit.
11.
How are you plus 11?
Oh no, it is 10. Never mind.
How
But,
are
you
you
know-
plus 10?
Because I'm amazing. Also, I think sharpshooter.
Oh, right. But Nathaniel was plus 10 from the moment you met him.
Listen.
And now when you level
Mine
up, he will as
will
well.
get better.
So, some time passes and we will return to Trill awakening from his little nap.
Yawn, he goes as he wakes.
Oh, let's put some different music on.
No, this is nice and relaxing. Nothing terrible is going to happen.
Unfortunately, something terrible is going to happen.
No.
No, it's not. So you awake, and I'll let you. Well, actually, I'll move us back onto the boat map.
Oh, it's nice music. I like it.
Yeah. So you awake, and I will let you roleplay. Set me this scene, Trill.
So I'm in my hammock. I don't know if I'm sweating, if I'm blanketed, or don't know how I really feel, but I've been writing letters. I've got 4 letters that I've written that are all folded up on top of me. And I kind of just passed out after I had finished writing them. So if I've just awoken, is this my time to roll my con save or?
Yeah, roll for me, please.
Okie dokie.
And the winner is not Trill.
It's a 9. I'm still ill.
Your dice rolled though.
Oh yay!
Small victories, I suppose.
I'll take a small victory at this point.
Trill,
Yeah.
roll me a d3.
A D3.
D4, sorry.
Oh, okay. A 1.
You have discovered a new boil,
Oh.
and your stats have dropped by 1 again.
So I feel worse than I already was.
Yeah. What would you like to... Please don't kill Trill. Well, if his dice keep doing bad...
I've been diseased for 2 days. I don't know what... I think he'd just be... do you think he'd just stay in the hammock? I don't think he'd do anything. If he's feeling even worse, he's done what he wanted to do. He wrote these letters.
Okay. Well, as you resign yourself back into your pit,
Yeah, he just kind of like sighs, I guess, heavily.
Nathaniel kicks the door in again. It's like,
Yeah.
up and at some lads. Oh, you look worse.
I feel worse.
Huh. He wanders over and he offers you a pill. Like, yeah, try this, lad.
What is it? I don't care. Give it to me.
Give
Yeah.
ecstasy.
It's the tablet that old granny gave us back in the shop. I didn't take mine.
What do you mean you didn't? Why didn't you take yours? How are you feeling better if you didn't take yours?
I'm a model health lad. Ain't nothing gonna affect me.
Like, take the tablet.
A couple of minutes have passed and you feel a little bit better.
Okay.
I'll let you do another roll in a bit. Just
Okay.
Just because I do not want you to have multiple sessions just sat in a hammock. He gets up on... There's like a table in another room and he gets up and like sits on it and goes, well, lad, you got a bit of... You have flesh has recovered a little bit of colour. How about you and I have that little chat?
The pill did help a little, Nate, thank you. I think you're right. I think the longer we let this go without discussing it, it's not going to help anybody.
And I don't want you to sweat your marbles out, lad.
It's very possible. So do you want to start or shall I?
Well, what do you think you saw?
Well, I saw not your back, but your coat do something it shouldn't be doing. Not if you've got a normal spine.
Currently, he's like in one of those like stringy vest things. Like, well, I say stringy vest. It's like, you know, the white shirts that swashbucklers wear with like the string across the
Oh yeah,
with like the frilly arms and everything.
yeah.
And pants. He's wearing pants as well. Don't worry. And he's sort of like, well, a lot of them, lad. I think you'll be the one that'll understand the most. And he like stands up and starts like loosening it and taking the shirt off, and he goes and stops halfway and like, don't get any ideas, lad. And then he pulls his top off. He's got a number of cuts and scars as well as tattoos over his body. Some very nasty looking ones, like ones that look like it should have ended his life. And he goes, "Are you ready, lad?"
As I'll ever be.
In one motion, leathery black wings unfurl from his back, and they stretch across pretty much the entirety of the room. They look like the wings of a demon.
I knew it was wings. I said wings.
You did. You were right.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, damn it, Kerry.
A bird knows her things, her wings.
He sort of like flaps him a little bit, and he like rolls his shoulders and like, oh, it's been a while since I've stretched out like this.
I don't know how Trill would react. He's kind of astonished, but he's also seen kind of weird things already because he's like a warlock, so he's seen funky stuff. So he's not that blown away, but more
your
like
tentacle is more funky than that.
Exactly. Like tentacles come out my coat when I feel like it.
Mine too, lad. That's why I'm on a watch list.
Okay, now my turn, Nate.
Oh, aye.
Can we trust you to be on our side? Because that's the only thing I really care about. Because it's hard to read. You don't seem to trust us, which is fair. We've only just met. But can we trust you?
He squats back down onto the table, and he like crosses his fingers and like looks down at the floor and then back up at you like, where are you from, lad?
Off the coast near the Empire.
Do you have much dealings with the Empire?
My family did. Me personally, no.
Where I'm from, they don't take too kindly to half-breeds, if you catch my meaning.
Well, as somebody with the appearance of a half-breed myself, we're not entirely different. Looks are deceiving.
Aye.
But we are running into trouble at an alarming rate. Daily.
Aye.
And well, you may have the best intentions, but you aren't always the best of helps. You often go the opposite of what we're trying to do, whether it's intentional or just your nature, given what I've just discovered about your nature.
Aye,
We need to kind of control that.
aye, what is my nature, lad? And he glares at you now.
I don't know.
Exactly, lad. Do you even know where I got this ship from?
I'm beginning to realize there's a lot of things that I don't know, especially about this part of the world.
Aye, and there's a lot of things this side of the world that I've seen and I didn't wish I had. I've seen people burn entire ships and ports, cut through a fucking boat like this with a knife. I've seen the things at the bottom of the ocean, lad. And I swear to God, you didn't like it when they stare back.
I talk to things in the ocean too. And that's how I do the things I do. I was given these powers by the ocean itself, or something deep down in it, like you say.
Oh, well, technically all of you were.
Even more about my class than I think.
Look, lad. If I meant you harm, I would have done it by now. And I sure as hell wouldn't have let you on my boat. If you want somebody who'll be there to hold your hand, that ain't me. But if you need somebody to shoot the bastard that's going to try and stab you in the back, then that is me.
I don't want you to hold my hand or any of our hands. But maybe ask before doing some things, and maybe don't keep too many secrets, especially when it puts one of us in danger.
Aye, when's that occurred, wee lad?
You sent us to a manor under Andreas's advice without telling us who it was for. It could have been for anybody. We trusted you.
Aye.
You kick down more doors than you sneak through. You alert more enemies than you shoot.
Aye, I can't argue with it there.
That's all I'm asking, is to maybe do that less. If we are going to be on this boat together, we start acting together.
No, lad. As I said, if you want to carry on in this ship, which I'll hasten to remind you, is my bloody ship, I'll do things my way, lad. And I'll just put it to you this way. If you tell a blinking soul about what I've shown you, then you'll have an enemy in me. Do I make myself clear?
Well, I've already told the others that I suspect something's wrong with you. So only...
Why would you phrase it like that?
Oh, well, in that
'Cause
case,
it's
and he stands up and pulls a pistol out and points it straight directly at your head. Like, well, there ain't no helping it now then, is there, lad?
I cast invisibility on myself.
That ain't gonna do a bloody thing against devil eyes, boy.
Does Kenneth show up at any point?
Sorry?
Does Kenneth show up at any point? I asked him to keep an eye and make sure they didn't kill each other.
Nathaniel cocks his gun and walks out the room. Uncocks his gun and walks out the room.
Okie doke. Visit me last an hour, I'll just let it tick over. I've used the spell slot.
As you are sitting in your little bunk bed, I assume that's what you're doing anyway.
Yeah, I was still in the hammock the entire conversation.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've gone invisible, like, you're still in your hammock. Is there an undead sailor? There you go, he looks pretty cool. As you're there, all you hear is... Psst. Psst.
I just look around, I suppose. I'm still invisible, so I'm just trying not to move and look around as much as I can.
Oh, bloody stop! I can see you. I've got no eyes, you idiot.
Do I see? Like, do I know where it's coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from the corner. Pretty much.
Okay.
Can you see the token on the screen currently?
Oh yeah, I see. I'm gonna get up as well.
Hope you don't mind. I snuck in here while you were asleep and changed my attire.
I'll move over to him. Is it Kenneth?
Yeah, it's Kenneth.
Okay. Hey, how come? What's the point in this spell if everyone can see me? I whisper to him.
Well, use it on things that have eyes, or normal eyes anyway. That one's got a bit of a gleam about him, and as he sort of like then sticks his skeleton fingers into his eye sockets and like wiggles them around. Like, as you can see, I have no such constraints.
Yeah, so it would seem. Why are you sneaking around?
The Genasi asked me to keep an eye on you.
I'm
And
glad she did.
I don't think he'd be too happy about me sneaking on his boat.
Yeah.
We didn't formally invite him, did we?
He's not a vampire.
No, but as in, like we didn't tell Nathaniel that we were.
Oh no,
bringing
you
him,
didn't know.
And we didn't tell.
No, I just was like, go make sure they don't die. They don't kill each other.
To be honest, I can see his point. It is his ship, and from what I understand, being a half-breed in the Empire isn't an enjoyable ordeal, or it wasn't when I was there anyway.
I understand that. And I'll quite happily leave his ship if he doesn't want me on it.
I don't remember him saying that. He was more along the lines of respect his authority.
True. I'll do that when he ends it.
You are currently speaking to the person who took the gem out of your hand and stole the magic from it.
Yeah.
But anyway, being down here in the dark, out of sight, is preferable for me, to be perfectly honest.
Regretting leaving your home already?
No, I do want to see more. One doesn't expect such attention.
Well, you do stand out a little.
As does the guy with the giant bat wings. And even yourself and your compatriots, they stand out like a sore thumb as well.
And I got some good attention though.
Yeah, we don't try to be very subtle, it seems. So are you going to stay with us here on the boat?
Until I'm kicked off or chased off or something of the like. I think I can make myself useful around here.
I think so too. But maybe we should tell them.
Perhaps. Then again, I feel that massive dent in the side of a ship needs attention as well.
We're working on it.
Okay.
Slowly.
What?
Unless you think you could do anything about it.
I might be able to reinforce the hull, but the woodwork I can't do, no.
So maybe when we get the outside fixed, you can work on the inside.
All self-help videos. Yes, but as you say, I'll go and speak to the captain. I probably should mention that I was here while you had your conversation.
I'm sure he'll love knowing that.
What's he
Do you want me to come with you?
What's he going to do? Shoot me? Oh God, he's going to shoot me, isn't he?
Yeah, you probably will.
Very well, but are you well enough to walk, my boy?
Am I?
You can maybe hobble.
I'll hobble as much as I can, and I'll lean on anything I need to lean on.
Yeah, you could probably Kenneth sort of like offers you his shoulder.
Okay, I'll go with them.
So Senor Spooky Boy and Senor Trill, you step out into the hold, and Buddy and the cube are still locked in this staring match.
I just realised I'm still invisible while he's carrying me. He's got his arm around nothing.
Happy to continue like that?
Yeah, I spent the spell slot. I'm not wasting it.
So I'm gonna say you get out onto deck, and Nathaniel's stood leant against the mainmast. He's put his wings away, but he's still not got a shirt on.
Oh, did they just like get sucked into his skin or something?
He has a way of concealing them.
Okay. Captain, you have a visitor.
He's currently got a piece of wood that he's whittling with like a knife, and he sort of like looks up to the. He looks directly up at you, even though you're invisible, and then to Kenneth, who's in these. Essentially, he's stolen Nathaniel's clothes. He's like, we're multiplying, are we now?
And I did not know about this one. Just want that to be known.
Aye. I would have thought that you wouldn't have wanted him here, knowing how hostile you were towards him.
He stole my rock and he took the magic. And it's forgotten. It's forgotten.
What did you think was a magical being was going to do?
He said he wanted to look at it.
Aye, and a mind flayer just wants to eat your dreams. Is that right?
I don't know what one of those is. Is that one of the drawings? So I think we just knew it had thingies, but we didn't know what they were called.
There was the primordial of the mind flayers was there, yeah.
Yeah. Look, he knows because he was hiding. He knows what went on downstairs.
I know he was there. I'm not blind. And look at that bloody coat on him. It's bloody bright red.
True. I was facing the other way. It's not that I didn't notice or anything.
He was a bit weird how he tried to creep on here in full plate armor, and then straight into your room. And he
Where is that armor? I look at him.
I decided to wash it overboard.
We could have sold that, Kenneth.
I can go get it. You can swim. You can go get it.
I do really want to swim. It's been a while, but I feel like I can't. I can barely walk. I won't be able to get to the surface.
Pish posh.
I mean, it won't do anything. I'll just be sleeping underwater for a while.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Anyway, he knows what you showed me. Don't you think we should trust the rest with it? They already know something's wrong.
No, I had no intention of keeping it from those lasses once they returned.
All right then. Look, we haven't known each other very long, and things have been stressful, especially over the last couple of days.
Aye, how's your arm, by the way?
It doesn't hurt. It never really hurt. It's just I don't know what he did or why, and that's what's really annoying about it.
Well, he hasn't put you in the grave, lad, so what doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
Oh, stranger, we'll see which one it is. But we'll try and work better together. I'll try and be more understanding.
I didn't know what you're on about, lad. He walks over and like jokingly punches you in the shoulder.
Oh, still quite ill.
Majority of the things that actually everything that stood in our way has ended up dead. Am I wrong?
That's true.
And
although I've usually been unconscious when that happened.
Aye, and who's been there to patch you up, lad?
You have to be fair. And Cordelia too.
Me and the wee lass have done our fair share, I'd say.
Yeah,
But
we all have our place.
I'd hazard to say, if me and the clanky boy downstairs hadn't been there, I didn't think you'd be making out alive.
True.
So, as it goes, this is my ship, and I'll remind you of that. And if you want to keep using my ship, you will not cramp me style. Is that clear, lad?
Fine. You continue to do as you wish.
But I'm a reasonable man. I won't kick any more doors open. Unless it's bloody hilarious, alright?
Sounds like an accord to me.
I'll also not pull a gun on you again, lad.
I wasn't scared.
I'll set the jelly on you instead.
Oh,
what
we
are
made
you
a deal with the jelly. Me and the jelly, we came to an agreement.
Is that why he's currently wrestling with the Tin Man downstairs?
Nope, that's a completely separate thing. Don't need to worry about that. It's all dealt with.
I'm surprised he's not melting the wee metal man.
Maybe they're friends and that's just a game. Maybe you can control it. I never understood those cubes.
Aye, well.
If I have the strength with me, I'm going to walk away to the edge of the ship, uncast the invisibility so they can see me normally, even though they could anyway. I'm going to dive off and go for a swim.
Okie doke. As you're doing that, like Nathaniel and Kenneth are sort of like looking at each other, like up and down, and Nathaniel just comes out with, "That's my bloody coat, isn't it?" Yes.
Before I jump off, I'll say, maybe it's a glimpse of your future, Nate, and then I'll dive off.
Well, you do have a fabulous beard, lad. Why, thank you.
You know that meme where it's like Obama giving Obama
Yeah.
Have I always had such a fabulous beard? Always have. So yeah, you're currently sleeping at the bottom of the ocean. I'm assuming.
I swim for as much strength as I have, and then once that gives in, if I can't get back on, I'll just sleep underwater for a minute.
To be fair, it's not too deep because you're in port currently, so it's only about 10, 12 foot deep.
Oh, well. I'll swim around for an hour, and if I can get out, I will.
Yeah.
If not, I'll wait.
Well, again, you buy a port, so there'll be easy ways up onto the port.
Cool.
So I actually really wanted to go a lot deeper there with Nathaniel, but we'll sort that out another time.
Trill just hates him too much.
Sorry, what was that, Artemia?
Trill just doesn't have the patience to stay there.
Peace out. I'm out of here.
Too much tension.
Cherry Blossom has just pointed this out. Gets gun pointed at. Turns invisible. I wasn't scared.
It was more for avoidance.
And then didn't move. So we'll cut back to you ladies in the field. You've been Artemia and Kai, you've been keeping yourself busy. A number of the locals, like the townsfolk and a couple of the indigenous people who work the fields, have been watching you as you've been performing this ritual. I assume it's been flashy, like there's been green glowing effects. The CGI part. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I was imagining it just being like, I'm just sitting in a field thinking about plans. I'm basically just like thinking about, because I'm a Circle of Stars druid. So I was thinking more along the lines of just like how the sun would affect the growth of the plants. And it's something that takes place over a year. Like it's something, the land gets enriched for 1 year. So I was thinking it would be actually like a lot less flashy, like something slower.
I'd say probably a good effect was probably like the immediate grass and like plants and flowers around you are probably growing really fast.
Have you ever seen?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
But
those time
otherwise-
lapse videos where it's like it's the same point, but it's like over a month in a few seconds.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that, where it's just like it's less flashy and more just like if you're paying attention, you would see it without issue. But like, I'm not doing a dance and making signs on the ground and calling to the rain or anything like that. Like it's just
Speaking
I'm just
in
sitting
tongues.
and I'm thinking about plants, and the
Okay.
plants are thinking back.
Well, it goes off without a hitch. You, as you said, you enrich the soil in these fields, in the area that you chose anyway. And
Yeah.
did you pop the spell?
I did not, but I can. Hang on here. Wait.
You can.
Apparently, I can exclude one or more areas of any side also, which would have been useful if I'd read that part. I was just looking at the very last paragraph.
Okay, so it actually doesn't have that much of an immediate effect, like you say. It just enriches the ground. So
Yeah.
you've
I
done-
do like the visual image of like immediately around me things looking nice and green, but
like little flowers popping up and insects buzzing around and all that.
yeah.
But by the time you finish this, it will be nighttime-ish, or coming into nighttime at least. Like dusk. We'll say it's dusk.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is stretch because I've been sitting still for 8 hours. And if I try and stand up right away, it will not go well for me. So I'm going to stretch first.
See,
Kind of get some movement back into my joints.
should have done the rain dance.
You are you are adorned with a flower crown,
Thank you.
as are all of we, to be honest with you.
Amazing.
I don't know why, but I immediately thought of you being like the poison ivy, someone giving you a flower crown and going, "What did you do with these flowers?"
No.
No, I'm joking.
I like the flower crown.
So
I give Kai a hug. I'm assuming it was Kai who made it, so I'm
Yeah.
giving Kai a hug.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Artemia is too busy thinking about her future husband.
Oh, shush.
He's just another of a string of admirers that I will leave upon every island.
Oh god. I'll give a feather to each one, and by the end of the campaign, I'll just not have any feathers.
Are you a bald eagle? No, no, I'm an owl.
I
When they
mean,
all turn up, it'll be like a weird episode of The Bachelor.
Oh my gosh.
oh no.
Bolo.
Technically, was it Jeremy who was obsessed with you last island?
No, Jeremy was afraid of her, I think.
Oh, was he afraid? Okay.
Was Jeremy the bird?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
he was the bird of paradise that was absolutely useless.
He saw me and
Just
just ran, so I don't know if it was.
Just because you couldn't interpret what he was saying doesn't make him useless.
He was useless.
I was gonna have him come
Between
with
Jeremy
you guys.
and the abyssal speaking whale, Cordelia is no longer preparing to speak with animals.
Oh,
You know what? Jeremy's coming back now.
God.
But yeah, you spent the hours here. You enrich the soil. It does immediately look more fertile. Like the ground looks like a bit healthier color, because you know how like soil when it's dried out or like the wrong sort of balance, it's sort of like a dusty color and dusty contexture. It now looks more like soil.
I'm
Sweet.
thinking of like like when it's hot and then you have like a storm and it rains, and
Yeah.
the next day all the grass just looks more vibrant and green.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Lots of happy bumblebees buzzing around.
Yay!
A good number of the a number of the locals, like the indigenous people, are like speaking in hushed tones, whereas there are a number of onlookers who are looking at you with interest. Among them is a
Is it Polo?
no, no. He's still on guard. There's a man in a Macabre jacket, thick glasses, and a tri-point hat. So he's a member of the Macabre company, and he looks rather important. And he's got his hands folded behind him, and he's got like a little smile upon his face as he's watching you do your work and now stretch out.
I'm just gonna keep stretching. I'm so stiff.
Artemia and Kai, would you like to do anything?
I guess could we do an insight check on the crowd? Because I know it seems like we know that the indigenous people are kind of like iffy about it, but I wonder what the farmers of the town think of it.
No, you could just go up and ask him if you want, or do you want to actually do an insight check?
Can I do an insight check? I mean, I can't ask all of them, so I'll just want to scan the faces, kind of thing.
Okay. You can do an insight check. Kai, what would you like to do?
I'll see how the inside check goes.
Well, Artemia has rolled a 17 plus 4, 21. A number of you already know the feelings of the indigenous people. The farmers themselves, like the townsfolk farmers, there seem to be quite positive reactions from them. They seem to be quite happy about it. Kai, what would you like to do?
I've clocked the guy in the Macabre outfit, haven't I?
Yes, you all spotted him. He's standing out like a sore thumb in amongst everybody else.
So I'll sort of mosey on over to him, sort of give him a nod, sort of like our work. Oh, I say our work. Cordelia's work. She did all the work.
Teamwork.
I wave.
Teamwork is its own reward, my dear. Kai, can you do me a perception check? Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. You notice that his eyes flicker for a split second as he speaks. Like a light behind his eyes.
I didn't catch your name there, sir. What was
My name? It's Kit. You can call me Kit.
Do you know Andreas?
Oh, the militia master. Yes, I'm aware of him. There's no one here
Who are
in
you,
here.
Kit?
Do you have dealings with Andreas, my dear?
Say so, yeah.
He's a good man. I like him. And I'm sure I'm gonna grow to like all of you as well.
Who are you exactly? Like
Oh,
militiaman?
oh, I'm just the quartermaster's aide. I'm not very important, really, but they gave me one of these jackets, so I've got some authority around here. I think the official title is Dock Inspection Worker.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. Do you like what we did to the land?
Very intriguing. But
You
of
thought it
course,
would help.
if these fields weren't here, this place would be vibrant and lush as it was. Doesn't exactly need the toil of mortals to be beautiful.
Kinda sus, not gonna lie.
Isn't that like...
One weirdo to another.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that like 90% of the people you meet in this place?
I know.
If you excuse me, my dear, I have a prior engagement. Please give my regards to your
worries.
colleagues.
Yep. I sort of walk back a bit stiff, sort of like, look at weirdos around here, man.
I would like to point out that Kai glows every time she hits something because of her primal magic. I just want to point that out.
What?
Yeah, every time you rage, your primal magic does like a magical effect, so you'll glow in some way, won't you?
Oh yeah.
You make people explode. And you're judging this guy for having a little bit of a flicker in his eye. It could have been the
Well.
moonlight.
Toil of mortal.
That wording was a little weird.
Yeah.
Not that I heard it. Me, Kimmy, as a player, that was weird wording.
Yep.
Yes, it was. But yeah, he gives you a little bow, and he sort of like bows to Artemia and Cordelia in the distance as well, and he turns, but he doesn't. He heads towards the path towards the lumber mill, not to town.
Well,
What would you like to do now? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna stand up finally and kind of maybe do like a few squats. And I mean, it's nighttime. Should we head back to the ship, see if Trill's feeling any better, or who was that?
I guess an official? He had the same
yes,
coat as
the-
Andreas.
Yeah. Quartermaster's aide, dock inspector, bit of a weirdo, had a flicker in his eyes. Was it like cat's eyes when the cat's eyes catch light, or was it like something else?
There was a yellowness in it, so I would say the best description would be maybe cat's eyes. Yeah. It was like it seemed to be like the reflection of light, but it emanated from within him.
Oh.
I didn't see it, but from Kai's description, does that sound familiar at all to any of us?
If you all want to do me a history check, please.
History. Huh. Oh, and I guidance myself. I forgot to say, but I did guidance myself. And I'm gonna use the guidance. Hang on. I don't think it'll do enough, but you know. 9 for me.
Okay. Is it a come in? Quick question for the guys at home. Can you actually hear the music playing in the background or not?
We can.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody watching can hear the music. I'm guessing we've lost time.
She's still in the call.
Huh. We'll go with Artemia. Alright, so they can hear it, but it's extremely quiet. That's alright, it's just like a little bit background mood music. So, Cordelia, unfortunately, you're not aware of anything. Artemia, you piece together that it might be some sort of like residual magic.
Residual magic in the eyes?
Yes. So, how can I put it? He is exuding a magic from his body, and it is manifesting in his eyes. So there's like magic within his body attempting to get out. That's probably not the way I want to phrase it. But we'll go with that for now.
Yeah. Weird. We'll just call him a weirdo for now.
Yeah, I think Kai got it right. What would you like to do now?
Please come home.
Yeah, I guess we should head on home, eh?
Yeah, it's getting kind of late.
I'm sorry, I've just seen Paul's gif. That's suspicious. Us, literally everyone we meet. Ship. Yeah, Tyne's saying ship in Discord. So, back to the ship.
Back to the ship. I need to blow all the spell slots I can on getting Trill better.
I'm going to enjoy this. So, you head back down into town and then to the docks. The streets themselves are beginning to empty out. There's not a lot of people other than vagrants and drunks. The market is closed up. People are taking their stuff home, and there's nobody really about. You reach the ship within about 30 minutes. It's not a lot of. There's not a lot in your way, and there's not any real hiccups or anything like that. You reach the gangplank, or the plank up onto the ship, and at the top there is Nathaniel and Kenneth having a little chat with one another on the deck. At this point, the lights have gone down, and because of Kenneth's beard, he is glowing in the night air.
Oh, that's pretty.
Did Trill make it back onto the ship, or is he still in the water?
I said I was going to swim for about an hour, so I guess I'd be coming up either around the same time or in a little bit.
We're going to say you're currently pulling yourself onto the dock, because I want to do a funny bit.
Okay.
So he's not there currently.
Okay.
Excuse me,
We just
why
see.
are we underwater?
Because it's his thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can breathe underwater.
Okay.
Team Waterfolk.
Feel like I should fly some more.
Oh, lasses, you're back. How's your day been?
Long.
Well, Cordelia's been focusing for the past 8 hours.
Oh. Was it a good book?
I guess. Were
What
you like looking
book?
at the stars and plants? Like, I guess it was quite interesting when you were meditating.
Oh, I don't buy into that meditation thing, but whatever you like, lass. By the way, he's still shirtless.
Is he just standing there with his wings out?
No, his wings are folded back inside of him, because he can like retract them back into himself.
Okay.
But I do want to point out that there is a skeleton that glows stood on your deck.
I mean, we knew.
Well, him I'm not surprised to see.
I'm more surprised that Nathaniel's shirtless, to be honest. And that
Exactly.
to me,
Yeah.
to Artemia, it looks like Nathaniel's coat got stolen by Kenneth. And they're having a face-off while Nathaniel's shirtless.
Well, that is literally it, because currently... Well, yeah, coming back onto deck, that's probably what you're thinking. It's like, are you playing strip poker?
Something along those lines?
Aye, well, if I'm guessing you're all tired, how about you retire for the night and we'll speak in the morning?
Okay. I guess it's late enough at night, or is there something were we not maybe gonna discuss the graver thing, or should we do that tomorrow?
As you say that, Kenneth just sort of leans in like, the what thing?
Well, I guess we're discussing this now. Where's Trill?
He jumped overboard.
What?
You didn't stop him?
I was gonna say, by the way, I don't think any of you know I can breathe underwater.
Yeah. Well, jumped. We heard a splosh. We didn't hear any struggling, so we just sort of like assumed he was okay. Kenneth
Give up on-
pointed a gun at him. Nathaniel pointed a gun at him, so. And Nathaniel just sort of like.
Did they just say that, or?
Yeah, literally just said that, and Nathaniel was like, out of context, lad.
There's a lot of things out of context here. Why are you shirtless? Why did you point a gun at him? Why is Trill in the water?
Sick. You did 2 bad things to a sick person. Why?
Have you ever seen Happy Days where Fonz just sort of does like the finger guns thing? Yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing now. We had a little bit of a misunderstanding, but it's all alright now, and I'm pretty sure the lad is alright in the water. Look, I can see him on the dock right now.
Help!
See, fine. He's perfectly fine.
Oh boy.
I don't have the energy I thought I did.
Jeez. Artemia will flap on over. She'll jump in the air and land to his side.
Lass, I wouldn't touch him.
Okay, okay.
Not entirely cured yet.
I'm like, oh.
I'll go get the robot.
But the robot caught it as well.
But we can scrub him clean. We can't scrub you two clean.
I'll kind of just
I have
like
my
sit
own
on a
baby
barrel or
muscles,
something.
Thank you.
So Nathaniel will head below deck to get Buddy. But I think that'll be.
Kenneth.
Sorry?
Why didn't we just make Kenneth do it? He's a skeleton, right?
We will discuss that next time.
Okay.
Because it is close to 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah, we will call it there. Thank you for joining. Thank you for playing. And
Yay.
do you have any questions before we finish, both from the players and from chat?
Yes. Is Nathaniel like ripped, or is he like a skinny boy? Or is he? Does he have like a pot belly, or something like that, or what?
Give us the deets. We want to know.
Okay, one moment.
This is the kind of day the girls have been having. We need to discuss these things.
Where's that picture of what's his name? I can't believe I'm downloading this picture to my phone. I really want to forget to delete it so someone later on can like look at my phone and go, "What the fuck is this?"
we got
There
to
you
know.
go. He's in Discord now. Imagine that, but also scarred and heavily tattooed. Well, heavily scarred and heavily tattooed.
Oh boy.
Where did you find this photo?
I put in ripped old guy into Google.
Nathaniel's old?
He's pretty old.
Oh yeah, he's like 50s.
Yeah, he's fought in a few wars.
Oh. Really? I didn't think that. The picture you've been using, I mean, he seemed quite youthful, I guess. Like,
because I can't
latest,
find.
in
Yeah, I can't find a good picture for him. It's just a standing token, so you know where he is. On that note, do you really think Buddy looks like that? Right. Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
A
Fair.
few questions from the chat. Will I get a character named after me because I subscribed? Yes, Sammy. I'm trying to remember which character to name you after you, or you can give me a name and I'll name him after them. Just let me know. Is he?
Is it going to be?
Sorry.
Is it going to be like a username or Sammy?
Well, I don't think Full Metal Dancer would work here in this. But you are joining.
That could be Buddy's official title.
You will be joining in the campaign on Tuesday night, so that is sort of your subscribe perk as well. But I will let you name a character in Dead Man's Yarn as well because I like you. Uh, Cherry asked. Cherry asked, "Is he like Zorro?" I don't get that, but I will send you the picture. Does anybody get that?
Like Legend of Zorro?
Like I guess kind of lanky, but like thin, but like toned. I don't know.
I mean, Zorro's pretty cool if it's the Zorro that I'm thinking of, like Mask of Zorro, Legend of Zorro.
Like Antonio Banderas.
But I don't know. But Cherry, I've just sent you the picture that I've sent in the Discord as well. That's essentially how ripped Nathaniel is. Antonio Banderas. Do you guys have any questions? Sorry.
Will we
When
ever
will we see Bolo
again?
Great minds think alike.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Will we ever see Bolo again, or when will we see Bolo again?
Well, I've written his name down so don't forget. So I think I think there's a good chance you'll see him again.
I just wrote Bolo, male elf, has
Bolo.
a nice coal.
And his butt's not too bad either.
We could always get him on the ship. We seem to be gathering a lot of people.
I know
You're
he could
gonna
be a
need-
crewmate.
So here's the thing: if you actually look at the map for the ship, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 spaces for sleeping. And then technically, Kenneth and Buddy don't really need to sleep.
Let's recruit Bolo. I think that's our next mission.
I cannot go with your old witches.
I'm
Don't
a
say that
warlock.
now.
No, we'll see. I think Jeremy's going to come back as well now that you've insulted his map, his directions.
He didn't give good directions. He was focused on Artemia and on seeds, and that was it.
What? Do you know there was actually a bit when you went back to that bit, and I said you spot birds of paradise that looked very familiar, and I wanted you to talk of animals again because it was going to be Jeremy again. Any other questions, guys?
I think I'm good. I think I got my notes all good. Oh, was the guy's name Trist or Christ?
Sorry, which guys?
The one who was at the farmland who people bumped into.
It was Kit.
Yeah, it's Kit.
Kit. I couldn't understand. I couldn't hear it properly, and I was like, "Is it Christ? Trist?"
Well,
I don't know any of this.
he actually went to say something longer and then cut it down to Kit.
Ah, okay.
Weird old guy, Kit, flashy eyes.
Yeah.
My notes are impeccable.
I actually, there are a lot of things. Oh, I had the perfect opportunity. Actually, you know what? I want to inject it here because I was waiting for a good opportunity to do this. Trill, while you were swimming
Yeah.
and while you were coming back up onto the dock, you bumped into a message in the bottle.
Ooh, I like that.
It's a corked bottle with a piece of paper inside.
All right.
Shall we leave that for next time, or would you like to open it now?
We can start with it next time. Like I can hand it over when, like,
I found a thing.
come to. Yeah, I'm like, help! I found this.
But yeah, you have a message in the bottle. I think that. Yeah, I think that.
I will write this one down.
Don't worry, I'll remember it because it's something that I really wanted to do. Or at least start hinting at anyway. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Been a good session.
Yeah, it'd been a pleasure. I enjoyed it. And I had most of it off, but it was fun.
We'll do some checks for you next time as well, Trill.
Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3 potential uses of lesser restoration that I can use on you.
Yay. Maybe I'll roll above a 10.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I've done 3 rolls and all of them have been tragic. Like a 5, a 6, and then a 9.
Remind me to check because I don't want you to roll a 10 and go yes, and then go yeah, it's actually a 12. Sorry. Anyway, thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you and bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.